Hey everybody, welcome to RefTime, powered by RTS and produced by Coraggio Media. I'm Tanya.
And I'm Crane. We'll be covering rules, plays, points of emphasis, and all.
That's always fun.
Welcome to another segment of RefTime. We have with us today another fun guest that I've known for quite some time. I've been trying to get her into officiating, but she's always blowing me off. You ever had that happen to you? Somebody just blow you off when you're trying to... Well, anyway, with us today we have the great, the wonderful, the one, the only, Rotrice. I said Phinezy before, but it's Phinezy.
Yes.
Rotrice Phinezy. I couldn't hold that E very long.
Especially blowing you off when you're trying to put money in her pocket, right?
Trying to put money in pocket. Girlfriend just like, whatever, Crane.
I don't need
talk
your
to
money.
Me again. I don't need your money. I'm better than your money. Whatever. Rotrice, why you been blowing the brother off? That's the way we're going to start this show off.
Oh, I'm busy outside of work with my daughter. I was trying to get ready for school. You know, Tia went to Missouri. So
You see how she tried to make that mama look like he's gonna go for that? I am not going for that.
yes,
Okay.
she's playing volleyball.
So now your time is going to be tied up traveling to Missouri.
Yeah.
Does she have any games that come closer?
She just had one Monday. Well, today actually, and then she has one Sunday that I may be going to.
Okay. Where are they playing at today?
At school.
And she's
at
playing
Missouri.
basketball, right?
Volleyball.
Oh, she's playing
She's a
volleyball.
volleyball player.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where did she go to high school?
Snyder
That's
High School.
right. I thought, yeah, that's
the
all.
girls, the two sisters.
Did I just see you
Tia-
out there recently?
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
time.
Wow. Yeah, volleyball.
Yeah.
Because that's the season that we're getting ready for to start right
We already started, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was number 12,
now. And you say, now, what did you play in high school?
basketball,
No other sports?
no other sports.
So now that your daughters play volleyball and you play basketball, which one would you say is your favorite sport?
I still like basketball.
Okay.
My daughter I like the fact that Tia likes volleyball. She did both of them actually in school.
Which one do you think she was better at?
Both.
Really?
She actually incorporated volleyball into basketball when she would play. So a lot of times you would see her go up and block the ball.
Right.
And
With
she
that
would be
follow
the-
through.
And she get called for the lift all the time?
Yes.
Because
So-
she catch it and throw it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we
So-
got to get that.
Yes. So, she likes volleyball better. I like both of them. I like to see them play both. So
Well, you know, the main difference between the two, you know what it is? It's contact.
Yeah.
Volleyball is not as much of a contact sport.
Right.
I used to say it's not a contact sport at all, but then I've seen some girls spike that ball and the other girls get busted
yeah,
in the face.
that happened with her before.
Oh,
She
yeah.
hit the ball and hit it in somebody else's face.
I actually
so.
had that in a
Yeah.
game I just did, and
Blood?
the girl, I mean, just smacked it, and it just boom right off of her face, and I don't know where the ball went, but
Hit that hard, you don't know where the ball went?
I don't remember where the ball went. I don't know. I don't remember if they kept playing. Because then when the ball was dead, we were all just
All eyes are on her.
Yeah.
no, not really. No one really. I mean, like there was no immediate like, oh, my face, I'm bleeding.
Yeah.
It was like a delay, and then all of a sudden I hear the coach, she's bleeding, and I'm like, oh, okay. Because sometimes, like, we had it happen later in the game where another girl got hit in the face, but there was no blood.
Right.
So it all depended on the angle when the ball hits the face.
And that gets me when coaches say it like that. She's bleeding like it's our fault.
Right.
I mean, she should have moved her face,
Right.
coach. What can I
But-
say?
Did she
Well-
not see it coming?
I know.
That ball.
Or she saw it coming. It's like, oh my God, this ball's coming.
Yeah, and it just got her right in the nose, and so of course her nose was bleeding, and so we allowed them time to go ahead and address it. So she wanted to keep playing.
Oh.
Like she wasn't one of those where it's like, I'm bleeding, I'm done. No.
Was she crying?
No, actually
Yeah,
she
I'm saying
didn't.
you can't have crying about it in
Yeah.
volleyball. You
No,
can't cry in volleyball.
no, she wasn't crying at all. She was just, she was just like, I'm bleeding. I got blood.
There's
And
Clean
some
me
tough
up,
girls
let me
out
play.
there.
there are, and she was the setter, I believe, and that's another reason.
Oh,
She
she's
was
the
the
leader of
setter,
the
and that
team,
ball
yeah.
came over.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as a setter, typically setters don't get the first ball over.
Right.
Now, was she front row or back row?
She was back row.
Oh.
So,
makes sense.
Rotrice, when you played basketball, what school did you go to?
I went to Shawnee in Northrop.
Okay, so you played at Northrop all 4 years?
who was your coach at Northrop?
Oh, I don't even remember.
What? Everybody remembers their coaches.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you played basketball. So like we're talking about volleyball and getting hit in the face. Were you one of those players who was physical?
Oh, yeah.
So you were considered
I like
a big?
defense.
You played inside?
Yeah.
You said you liked that
I
contact.
like defense. So.
So hitting people was like your first love, huh? See, if we officiated
Were
her
you a shot
basketball,
blocker too?
Sort of, kind of, yeah.
if we officiated her games, I'd be walking to her on the free throw line. What was your number in high school?
I was 42.
Now she don't remember her coach, but she remembers her number.
Hey.
So it's all about her.
No, because as a player, like you got to know you remember.
I don't remember my
something.
number in high
I
school.
think his name was Mr. Hill, Coach Hill.
Now she making up stuff. She don't remember.
I think it was
Because
Coach
Grant
Hill.
Hill.
He was redhead.
Coach, I don't remember. When'd you graduate?
03.
She's such a baby.
Yeah.
She's young. But you know what? On the free throw line, this was one of my things. When I walking up in there, and 42 was your number, I'd have been like 42. Stop hitting people. And you would have laughed like that. You'd be like, yeah, ref, I'm going to hit her again.
Yeah, she come in here again, I'm going to hit her again.
Ref, I got 4 more times to hit her before I got to go
But
sit
I
down.
set good picks and stuff, so I did pretty good. You know, I wasn't in a lot of foul trouble, so.
You know what? We're going to have people calling the show. There's people looking for her from high school.
You know, she probably says the same thing about her baby. Like, she doesn't hit people.
She didn't, but you guys called a lot of fouls.
It's always
This chick would come from the other side of the free throw
Just to
lane
hit
just to
somebody.
smack somebody. Talking about some, I didn't hit her.
even touch
I didn't
You
touch
see
her.
that long scratch down her arm? That was
That's
from
called
you.
incidental. Incidental contact. I'll be calling the foul, looking up at her mom like, what?
Gotta give her a test question.
Okay, but we got time for that.
I know, but I like to people. I like to
He wants to know if you're going to get the answer wrong. So
and then when you get the answer wrong, you go, I'm going to say
so
that.
we're going to see.
You get it right, I go ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
How many
All
going
right.
to have more ding, dings than ants? Or
We're
what?
going to see.
We going
We'll
to
see what I know.
Well, before you
All right.
start, one question. Do you think you're pretty good at knowing the rules?
So I'm pretty good.
Because whenever we have the training class, a lot of people say, yeah, I think I know the rules. And then when we start getting into it from a referee standpoint, it's a different claim.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
Well, see, I don't know the ref rules. I just know what I see.
It's not the ref rules, it's the rules of the game. What do you mean the ref rules?
all right, you ready? First question. The ball is out of bounds if it rolls along the top edge of the backboard without touching any supports.
True or false?
True.
You sticking with that answer?
Yes.
Okay, now let's walk through it. Okay, so this is the backboard. So the ball, the girl shoots it from here. It hits the top of the back. Here's the rim right here. Hits the top of the backboard, rolls along the side,
Okay.
top, and then falls off to the side.
Okay,
And you
so,
said it's
yeah.
false. You said it should be a whistle. Why?
No, she said it was true that it was out of bounds.
Oh, you said it should be out of
Yeah.
bounds.
But it,
So you would call it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it hit the backboard. Even if
Top
it
of the
rolled
backboard?
down, like, yeah.
Okay. When you play, do you remember that rule, or I don't know if it changed?
I don't remember that one.
Okay, so the rule is if the ball hits the top of the backboard, side of the backboard, underneath the backboard, it's in play.
Okay.
But if it goes behind the backboard or hits any
Okay.
structures holding the backboard up from the wall, that's out of bounds.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
or if it goes behind the backboard. Did you say that?
Yeah. So if
Okay.
it goes behind.
Okay,
Can't
that
go
makes
behind.
sense.
So that means if a girl comes and she's running and she shoots the ball, and there's the out of bounds line is back here. So you got the backboard, the out of bounds line. So she runs and she shoots the ball and it goes up over the backboard and goes in. Is that a violation or is that good?
That's good.
Why?
I've seen that happen before.
Well, actually,
What
remember.
level did you see it happen
Yeah.
at?
In high school.
Well, remember now, we just told you anything that goes
Go
behind
out,
the backboard is out of
yeah.
bounds. Doesn't matter whether it comes down or goes up or comes through the side. Anything behind the backboard
It's out.
is out.
Technically, it should be a wave off, no basket, because that is an out of bounds
bounds.
area. It's not. I don't want to say
I
it's
think
out
they
of
changed
bounds.
it. It's not out
It's
of
a little
bounds.
room back
It's that
there.
you can't hit the structures, but you can't come up. The ball can't come up from the backside of the backboard and go in.
Okay.
I think Larry Bird did a shot like that years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody was freaking out, but that's
But-
NBA. But
Yeah.
high school you can't do that.
Okay.
So that's a caveat too. So the questions that we're asking you are all high school
school
related,
questions.
high school rules, not NBA rules. So
Now I got to get you on volleyball since you said your daughter's playing volleyball. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, backboard. The referee shall stop play when the ball contacts the supports of a backboard hanging in the vertical position over a playable area. Remember, this is volleyball. I'll read it again. The referee shall stop play when the ball contacts the supports of a backboard hanging in the vertical position over a playable area. Is that true or is that false?
I believe it's true.
Very good. Ding, 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 ding. Touch her brother. Bam! She got that one right. Because, explain it.
because it's over the playable area,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not when it's hanging down. It's not part of the ceiling. So if you're talking about a backboard basketball goal hanging over the playable area, that would be out of bounds because it's over that playable area and it's not part of the ceiling. Now, if the rim is raised up and it hits it, that is considered part of the ceiling. So then it's playable.
Okay.
Well, this was raised up because it's set in the vertical position. Vertical. So that means it was
Vertical.
horizontal would be
Horizontal's this
like
way.
this.
That
The
means it's
vertical
raised
is
up.
This was raised up.
No. Horizontal means it's laying like this. That means they raised it up. Vertical means it's hanging like this.
Right.
That means it's over the playable area. It's
right.
vertical.
But it's up. They raised it up.
No. It's over the playable area. It's not part of. No.
Now, vertical is when they raise it up, and horizontal is when, like you go into a middle school gym and they can't move. They're stationary. That's horizontal. Vertical is up.
Okay, we're not going to argue about this.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm discussing because that's a question that a lot of
No.
new officials ask about.
So the
Vertical-
backboard is down. Like
Right.
you can shoot on it and make a basket,
And
right?
then
That
they-
is vertical.
Then they do the crank thing and it goes up. It raises
That's
up.
horizontal.
How's that horizontal? Because on the horizon means across. That's on the horizon.
So
is
you have to look at, okay, so the backboard is down, right?
That's horizontal.
Backboard is down. Hoop is here, right? This is vertical.
Right. When they, yeah.
So that means if I'm shooting a basket and the ball goes through the hoop, it's because it's in the vertical position.
Right.
Once we raise that up, okay, most of them raise up this way now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You know what I was thinking of? No,
Is that
no, and I think you might have been thinking the same thing. I was thinking because the rims are like. I was thinking of the. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of the. Well.
because
when
they don't raise
them
they
up,
don't raise them up like this.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I was thinking they raise them up like.
They
I was thinking
raise
the
'em up.
backboard would be like this against the backboard be against like this against the. But you're right. It's the backboard is straight down. It's facing down, but the rim. Right. That's the way they raise them up.
sure. I don't know.
I'm
You're
confused.
confusing me.
I'm confusing myself. I gotta go.
I don't
look
know.
at it.
We took way too much time trying to
Well,
discuss whether it was
because you go
horizontal
into-
or.
That's one thing we go over in the class is when you go into different gymnasiums, they have different apparatus
Yeah.
Right.
that controls the structures. So
So
different schools have
we
different
were at
things.
Concordia recently. I had a game at Concordia, and in the gym at Concordia, you've got the baskets that are at each end of the court, which they have raised, which are playable because they are part of the ceiling. Then they have the baskets that are over
on the sides.
the bleachers
And
on
those
the
are
side.
sides. And
On
those
the
kinda-
teams, I'm saying on the team bench side.
Do those are
Right,
kind of they
right.
just fold in like this?
No, they're raised up as well.
Okay.
So, so the ones over the bench, the team bench areas, those are not playable.
Okay.
Because they're over a non-playable area.
Non-playable areas like if fans are sitting,
Right,
that's a
right.
non-playable
Well,
area.
then we had also baskets that were above where the fans sit, but they were further out from the bleachers, where the kids could run and play the ball. Because you give them all the way to the bleachers to play,
Yeah.
and so the basket. So if this is say the bleachers are over here, but the baskets are up above in front here, that's playable because they were raised, so they are part of the ceiling. So you have to determine if it was considered part of the ceiling to determine whether they're playable or not.
Now, I remember when I first started reffing volleyball, which I did not want to do. I wanted nothing to do with volleyball, but I started reffing it. I love it now. and I've been doing it about 10 or 12 seasons, somewhere in there. When I first got into it, I did not understand the difference between a playable versus a non-playable area. But the rule, I think the rule has been changed on non-playable. So now I was reading the rule the other night. A player can run up to what could transition into a non-playable area, meaning the bleachers, as long as she's got 1 foot on the floor, she can still play that ball.
Oh, okay.
Before, you couldn't do that. So the rules change, and for playable and non-playable, she can't run behind the bench and play it, but she can
They can't run on the other side of the court and play it.
pass the net.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Then college they can. Yeah, that's called pursuit.
Then
But-
they must have just changed that again, because it was a few years ago they did have a pursuit rule when we got into line judging, and then they changed it to no, they could not pursue the ball.
I think the
So
men
once that
has
ball-
pursuit, but the women
See,
may have
that's
changed.
what I was thinking. I don't think women have the pursuit rule, because if this is the net, the ball, once that ball crosses that plane,
She can't run out of bounds and go play.
you
but the
can't
men
run
can.
over there and play it.
Yeah, because I was reffing with the men, and they can do it. But the women, I think they changed it. and
Because
they
we
said
had
they
a
couldn't.
signal as a line judge. We had a signal, I think with the flag, if it was pursuable, we had to hold the flag out to indicate that she can pursue it, which meant she could go on that side, kick it back, and then their team could still play
As
it
long
in
as they
between
still
the
had enough
antennas.
hits.
Yeah.
If they're still in there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that leads me to another question. You've been talking to us about getting into basketball officiating, and you said you might be interested in some other sports. What other sports might you be interested in?
Volleyball.
Volleyball.
Whatever.
Yes.
But there's 17 different high school sports.
Yeah.
I only
don't
do
know
indoor
all,
activities.
But yeah, indoor. I don't like, especially if it's cold.
Oh, you got an attitude on your face when you said that. It looked just like hers. It's going to be cold outside, whatever. We tried girls lacrosse for 2 seasons.
Stupid.
Because they play, January,
March and April. Spring. In Indiana, that's still winter.
Yeah.
Indiana's
still
really,
cold.
Indiana's kind of thawing out in March and April.
No, it's not thawing out. It's thinking about thawing
Right,
out.
It's cold.
Whatever. Anyway, we got into it, and I remember the things I liked about it was running the field, especially when it's cold. You run just to stay warm.
The things I liked about it was the teams that we were officiating didn't have a clue what calls we were making, what was right, what was wrong.
So we were never wrong.
Nobody yelled at us because they didn't know what
hilarious.
to yell, and so we would just, our trainer, she was like, "Well, can you just, you do basketball? Can you blow your whistle and keep the kids safe?"
Like, yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I can do that. She's like, "Okay, then go do the game."
we didn't have a clue.
And that was the day before. We had
Passed
just
the
gotten
test on a
licensed.
Friday. We're on the field on a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
We didn't have a
And it
clue
was
what we were
snowing, so it was stupid. I was like,
But
this is dumb.
One thing I like about it though, because when we do basketball, you got the people right on top of you.
Yes.
In lacrosse,
They're
number one,
their
they're
way.
cold, so they're not going to act too.
I'd yell
crazy.
just to stay warm.
And they're all the way over yonder. So come on, ref, and I just look at them. They go, because they don't know the rules either. They just-
We didn't if we had anybody yell at us, I never knew it because
yeah, we were just too busy trying to stay warm.
I was too busy trying to figure out what's a meter.
Yeah, because they go by meters, which is the 3
You
feet.
say,
1 meter is 3 feet.
if a girl swung her cross and you deemed that it was a violation, you'd blow your whistle, and the kids had to stop. As soon as you blew your whistle, they had to stop right where
They
they
have to
were.
stop right where they are.
It's like
on a dime.
Simon Says, right?
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
you got to stop.
Yeah.
Well, then
It was
you
funny.
would tell the girl that you called the violation on that she had to go behind the other girl who had the ball, or it
2
was
to
a
3
ball,
meters.
right? You had to go back 3 meters.
Now, we didn't know what a meter was, so I do like that. I was like, okay, you need to go back 3 meters. She'd take a few steps. A couple more. One more. All right, here we go. I didn't have a clue what it was. It was hilarious. But we learned a lot.
We did. It was fun.
It was. It was. We met a lot
It's
of
just
people.
the idea of being outside in the rain and in the snow or the
that sets
sleet.
us off.
I'm like,
So
no,
we
I'm
gave
good
you
with
two- we gave
walking
you 2
through the
seasons.
snow from my car to the building, but I don't want to be in the snow.
Now, they paid well.
They did pay well.
And they feed you sometimes. And
They
give
did
you
pay
gas
well.
mileage.
You guys ever do tennis?
No.
No, but tennis just has a judge, I believe. I don't think they
And
have
they're
any
outdoors
refs.
as well. And no, I'm not doing it
Well,
outdoors.
they have indoor tennis too.
You say that about soccer.
Soccer has indoor soccer.
I know,
Yeah.
but I feel like if I get licensed in soccer,
They
then
want
they're
you
gonna
outside.
then they're gonna want me to go outside. And
No, because when we tell, look, when you come to our class,
buy it.
one of the things,
Don't
whatever,
buy it.
one of the things we tell people when they come to the class is once you become an official, you're an independent contractor.
and they're gonna try to talk
That
you
means
into
you work
doing
for
stuff.
yourself. That means you can take jobs or not take jobs. We have people all the time contacting us saying, do you want to ref here, you want to there? And check my schedule, no, I'm not available. Cool, they keep looking. So she knows that. You don't have to, if they want you to work outside. Now me, I probably would try it. And then if I got caught in a hailstorm or a tornado in Indiana, I would probably cease from doing it anymore. But the point is, I have a choice. You have a choice.
And then on top of it, it's uneven ground. So you're out there.
Go for a hole. Step in a gopher hole.
Yeah, you step in a hole,
They play in the field and take care of the field. We never stepped in. Well, we never got hurt doing.
Yeah, we never got hurt doing
lacrosse.
But
lacrosse plays on the same field.
No, when our first game.
You didn't step in any holes.
I didn't say I did. I'm just telling you that our first game was not on a field. It was just a grassy area that
That's a field.
No, but when you say field, I think of a field like a football field that's, leveled, and they got
Yeah, they played out but they had it measured off. It was a yard.
They did.
But we did the research on lacrosse, and did you know historically it's a native sport. Native Americans, Indians used to play it, and they didn't have any marked boundaries. So they could run for miles, and they did. Run for miles to come back to score.
Wow.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
It made sense back then, especially if you won. Anyway, other sports, basketball, volleyball. Any other sports you're interested in?
That's it.
That you know
Now, do
of?
you have any more in school? Or
No.
Tia was the last?
Zion's still in school. She's at Snyder.
Okay.
This is her last year, so.
And does she play? Okay, so
Yes.
she's playing volleyball as well?
Basketball.
Oh, not volleyball.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's your last one.
Yes.
Okay.
You and your husband aren't planning on having any other kids.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So
I'll leave it at that.
So we'll be seeing you on the basketball court then in the next couple months then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. She's been telling
Well,
us
we
that
won't
for
see her.
years.
No, we'll
Hey,
be.
as a spectator.
She'll see us on the basketball
Yes.
court. Let me rephrase
And now that she's been on the show, she's gonna be sitting there thinking she knows something about the rule. Speaking of which, we gotta get her some more questions. I'm gonna get
Wait,
her.
wait.
You got a basketball question for
I
her?
got a
'Cause
basketball question. All right, here
hurry
we
up,
go.
because I gotta read. Okay,
right.
who's gonna go first?
A
She
substitute
got me.
for the offended team may enter the game and attempt the second free throw awarded for a technical foul.
Gotta read it again. That didn't
I
register.
believe so. They can. True.
You gonna stick with that answer?
Yes.
Look at my eyes and ask yourself.
Yes,
You gonna stick
I
with
will.
Oh, she looked at me with a defiant look, like I'm definitely sticking with it now. The way you look, whatever. She gonna make a good ref.
You gonna give her the
Ding, 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 ding.
yay?
And since Tanya didn't bring any candy, you don't get any candy. Okay.
He forgot the candy today.
I forgot the candy. All right, here it is.
And he forgot our nice table cover. We have a black and white striped table cover.
Why are you
that
telling everything? I mean, okay, you got me on one.
Because
thing.
our
Let me get-
viewers are noticing this, and
But
they're
the viewers
wondering,
don't watch for that. The viewer watch for the wonderful guests
Entertainment.
that we have.
and the
Yes.
entertainment, right?
Yes.
All right, here's your question on volleyball. A tossed ball that contacts a backboard or its supports hanging in a vertical position over a service area is an illegal serve. The ball remains dead and loss of rally point is awarded to the receiving team. Need me to read it again?
Sure.
Okay. A tossed ball by a server that contacts the backboard or its supports hanging in a vertical position over the service area is an illegal serve. The ball remains dead and loss of rally point is awarded to the receiving team. Is that true
I
or
believe they
false?
get a second chance. Don't they get a second chance?
Come on.
No.
Okay, now you're kind of right, but you have to pay attention to what the question's asking. A toss ball that contacts a toss ball on the serve that
Okay.
contacts a backboard or its
So
supports
it's dead.
It's dead.
is dead only because it's a serve.
Right.
Yep.
That's the difference. Okay?
So
she's got control of the ball and she tosses it up
Yep.
to a
Because
rim.
you have those girls that like to do the jump serve, so they toss the
They
ball up
toss the
really
ball
high.
way up
Yeah.
and it hits the backboard,
It's dead.
dead. She lost the point
Yep.
Yeah.
because she shouldn't have tossed it up there. She should have been smarter.
Now, toss ball and she lets it drop. Does she get a reserve?
No.
That's what you were talking about before. Yes, she does.
Yes. So if she tosses it up and it just drops, it doesn't hit anything. but
Oh,
she-
okay. Yeah. That. Yeah.
So if she tosses it up and it drops, or she tosses it up and catches it, she gets one reserve during that service
Okay,
cycle.
since we're on volleyball, I got another one for you. I asked this to a person of our last show, too.
Okay.
The first referee and the second referee, that means the first referee is the one who's up, and the second referee is the one who's on the floor. So they may exchange duties, meaning they can switch each set of the match only with the approval of host management. Is that true or false?
Of who management?
Host management. So, for instance, if they're playing at Snyder, and the host management said, yeah, it's okay if you guys are switch, then they can do that. I'll read it again. The first referee and second referee may exchange duties each set of the month.
Yes, they can do that.
Why you say that? Why you didn't let me finish? Why you just gonna answer it like that? You think you're so right? You gonna stick with your answer?
Yes.
Look at my eyes and ask yourself.
Yes.
Are you confident?
Final answer.
Final answer? Yeah, don't be looking at me with your attitude. No, that's incorrect.
I saw them switch before.
During a match,
What level?
or in between.
This is doing like when I would travel with the volleyball team, like for AAU.
Okay, well, not AAU, but club.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
that's different.
Yeah.
We're talking high school.
Well, typically
Okay.
in club, though,
It's
club is
usually one
typically only
official.
one official.
Usually.
Okay.
But the reason that you can't, that you don't, because this said in between sets.
Okay.
We wouldn't switch
Yeah,
in between
yeah.
sets.
Right.
So if it's best out of 3 or best out of 5, we're not going to switch.
So whoever's up stays up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And host management really has
have
nothing to do with whether we're up or down.
They have nothing to do. Now, you may see them switch in a high school match in between matches. So if you have the JV game, and
You
then
typically will see them switch.
right. So if her and I work in Snyder, she does the JV, and I'm going to do the varsity or vice versa, then you see a switch because we just keep it balanced. Think about officiating.
Plus, I don't
is-
want to be on the ladder for 8 sets
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
You
That's a
know,
long
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Because the thing about officiating most people don't get is we are independent contractors. We work for ourselves. So that means that we dictate what we do, not host management, not schools. So we are going to move into one more test question for basketball.
Okay.
Found a juicy one for her. Make sure I can give her a. I like
you
that.
like to get-
ding,
I
ding,
know.
ding.
She read that. Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
You know, we gotta get
let's
some
see if
sound.
you remember this
We gotta
one.
get some sound equipment on here. Ding, ding, ding.
You are the sound equipment, though.
The way you did that, your mouth kind of.
All right. The ball becomes dead, and it is a technical foul when B1 excessively swings his or her elbows. True or false?
True. Wait, they don't. No. So read that again.
The ball becomes dead, and it is a technical foul when B1 excessively swings his or her elbows.
I would say no because it didn't say it hit anybody.
Very
So-
good. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
Nice.
Now, it used to be a technical foul.
It did.
I think back when I played, it was technical. Yeah.
Because it was one of those where it was like a preemptive thing. They didn't want you to make contact, so they
And
would
they
say,
didn't want you swinging your elbows. So they just
Right.
called it technical
Yeah.
back then.
yeah, but
And
now
it's stuck.
it's if there's contact. However, it is a violation. So if I've got a player out there doing this, I can't stop the game and be like violation on white for excessive swinging of
Right.
elbows.
Now, given the rules that we've shared with you, and you've been, kind of flirting with the idea of going into officiating, how does all this affect you in terms of your thought processes for officiating? Does this make you want to go after it even more aggressively, or
Yes.
or makes you want to not mess with it at all?
It still makes me want to do it even more now.
It is challenging because both sports, basketball is so much different from volleyball because basketball you're actually moving, you're running with the play. Volleyball you're standing, but people don't realize when you get done doing volleyball you are tired.
Yeah.
Your head swinging like your eyes are batting
Yeah,
up and
you're-
down.
you're exhausted.
You're exhausted
Yeah.
because your eyes get such a workout.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah, we've got a couple tournaments coming up, and we're gonna be there all day, and we're gonna
Yeah.
be like exhausted by the end of the night. But with that, we need to go ahead and get wrapped up.
Yep.
So
I've got about a minute left. So how was it? Did you enjoy your time here?
I sure did. I learned a few things that I didn't know.
you learned that
so-
we didn't know the difference between horizontal and a
Yeah.
vertical backboard.
Whatever. We're not done with that discussion, by the way. But thank you for joining us. We just want to give you a couple of pointers. I'll talk about real quick the Hoosier 3-on-3 basketball tournament that's coming up for third graders through 12th graders. So if you're interested in participating in that, you can come with your team. We will have officials there. No, you can't bring a coach. There's no coaching in what we do, okay? So 3-on-3, you can go to Hoosier3on3.com, get more information on that. I'll let Tanya talk about the school.
All right, and then also for those of you that might be interested in getting into officiating, we have volleyball training and we have basketball training, so you can go to reftrainingschool.com right there on your screen and check that out, see when we have the next classes, and if you have questions about those classes, feel free to get in touch with us via email. I think our phone numbers are on there, so give us a call. Look forward to having you.
Great, and we want to thank you guys again for joining us for another segment of Ref Time. We'll be back with you real soon. Thank you, Miss Phinezy. Did I say that right?
Yes.
I got the Rotrice down. I got working on the Phinezy. I think that's French. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you next time. Take care.